Last class we have discussed about transport system of India. So in last class that is different types of transport or different modes of transport we have discussed. We know that that is land transport, then water transport and air transport. So in the last class we discussed about that is land transport, in road transport, railway transport. Is it right? So now last class ಅಲ್ಲಿ road transport ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. So in road transport we have several types. Is it right? So golden quadrilateral and super highways, then national highways, then district roads, village roads. Is it right? State highways. So ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. So then another type is there, another important type after five types, that is border roads. Border roads. So it is especially used for the purpose of safeguarding the nation. So ಇದನ್ನ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಬಾರ್ಡರ್ ರೋಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಫಾರ್ ದಿ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೇಫ್ ಗಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ದ ನೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ಇದೊಂದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅನದರ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ರೈಲ್ವೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್. ರೈಲ್ವೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಲಾರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ public sector undertaking railway transport. So in the ancient times the British introduced this railway transport for the purpose of transport the raw materials and army from one place to other place. So the Britishers introduced this railway transport to travel from, so to transport the raw materials and army from one place to other place. So the first railway line that should be laid between Bombay and Thane in 1853. So the first railway line that should be laid between Bombay and Thane in the year 1853, and followed by Kolkata and Raniganj in 1854, and followed by Chennai and Arakoram in 1854. The first railway line between Bombay and Thane in 1853, and Kolkata, followed by Kolkata and Raniganj in 1854, and Chennai and Arakoram in 1854. So it has the station, the railway transport have the 7031 stations. ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ 7031 stations. It has a length of 64,015 kilometers. It has the 7031 stations and length of 64,015 kilometers. For the efficient management, the railway transport has divided into 16 zones. How many zones? 16 zones. ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ 16 ವಲಯಗಳನ್ನಾಗಿ ಇದನ್ನ ವಿಂಗಡಣೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಫಾರ್ ದಿ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ದಕ್ಷವಾಗಿ ಆಡಳಿತ ನಡೆಸೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಈ ಒಂದು ರೈಲ್ವೆ ಲೈನ್ ಅನ್ನ 16 zones ಆಗಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ರೈಲ್ವೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ that should be introduced by the British for the purpose of transporting the materials and the army from one place to other place. It is one of the largest public sector undertaking. It can carry the heavy goods and large number of passengers to a long distance from one place to other place. It is the largest public sector undertaking. So the first railway line that between laid between Bombay and Thane in 1853, and Kolkata and Raniganj in 1854, and Chennai and Arakoram in 1854. It has 7,031 stations and length of 64,015 kilometers, and it has divided into 16 zones for the purpose of efficient management. So that's all about railway transport. And another one, next important mode of transport, that is waterways. Waterways. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಇದು? Waterways. So it is the second mode of transport after land transport. Waterways. So we know that 80%. So it is the second most important type of transport. So we know that in the ancient days, most of the foreign trade, that should be 85% of the 85% of the foreign trade, that should be seaborne. What do you mean by seaborne? Mean that should be depends on 85% of the foreign trade, that should be depends on waterways. ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ನೀರಿನ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಧಾರವಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. So it has divided into, so inland water we know that already. So in the chart ನಾವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಆ ಚಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾದಂತ ಈ ಒಂದು ವಾಟರ್ ವೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. ಅದು ಇನ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ವಾಟರ್ ವೇಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ocean waterways. Inland waterways, there are two types in the waterways, that is inland waterways and ocean waterways. Ocean waterways, inland waterways ಅಲ್ಲಿ rivers, ನದಿಗಳಾಗಿರಬಹುದು, lakes and canals that comes under the inland waterways. So rivers ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು, lakes ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು, canals ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು, which all comes under the inland waterways. And then in ocean waterways, seas and oceans. Seas and oceans, ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ seas and oceans ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬಹುದು 80% of the foreign trade that should be seaborne. Seaborne ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ that should be depends on sea. So there are two types, inland waterways and ocean waterways. So inland waterways that consist of rivers, lakes, canals, and ocean waterways that consist of seas and oceans. So next, so that's all about waterways. And next, ports. Next main concept, that is ports. So we have two types of port. So PORTS ports and FORTS ports. So PORTS ports means ಬಂದರು ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕರಿತೀವಿ, means ಅಡುಗು ನಿಲ್ಲುವ ಸ್ಥಳ ಅಂತ. ದೆನ್ ಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಾರ್ದು ಕೋಟೆಗಳು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ನಾನಿಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ PORTS, that is ports. So what do you mean by port? It is the meeting point between land and sea, where the ships are located for the dock of loading and unloading. So what do you mean by port? It is a meeting point. It is the meeting point between land and sea. Land and sea, where the ships are docked for loading and unloading. So what do you mean by port means? So port means it is the meeting points between land and sea, where the ships are docked for the loading and unloading. So what do you mean by dock? Stop ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ಅಂತ. Stop ಮಾಡಿರೋದು. So it is the meeting point between land and sea, where the ships are docked for the loading and unloading. So you ಕೇಳಬಹುದು, what is the meaning of port, or what do you mean by port ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, so it is the meeting point between land and sea, where the ships are docked for loading and unloading. So there are 16 major ports, there are 14 major ports in India. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಮುಖವಾಗಿ, so we have 14 major ports. 14 major ports. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 14 ಇದಾವೆ. So in 14, 6 are in west coast. 6 are in west coast and 7 are in east coast. And remaining one that comes in Andaman and Nicobar. So there are 14 major ports in India. 6 are in west coast and 7 are in east coast, and remaining one that comes in Andaman and Nicobar. So total aita 6, 7, 14 correct agidella. So there are how many major ports in India means that is 14 major ports. In that 16 are in west coast and 7 are in east coast, and remaining one that comes under in Andaman and Nicobar. So yavyavadu? So ports of west coast. Yes. So ports of west coast. ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಂತ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? Yes. So ports of west coast. So there are how many ports? 6 alva. First one, Kandla. Kandla, first port in west coast, that is Kandla, and second one that is Mumbai, and third one, so that is Jawaharlal Nehru port. Then fourth one Marma Goa, and fifth one that is New Mangaluru, and sixth one Kochi. Yes, there are 6 major ports that comes under in west coast. So first one Kandla, then Mumbai, then Jawaharlal Nehru port, then Marma Goa, then New Mangaluru and Kochi. These all comes under west coast. So Kandla, so which is situated in Gulf of Kutch in Gujarat. And next Mumbai, so it is a most spacious and advanced port of India. That's why it is called as Gateway of India. So most spacious and advanced port of India, that is Mumbai. That's why it is called as Gateway of India. So ನಿಮಗೆ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, which port is called as Gateway of India? That is Mumbai. So why Mumbai port is called as Gateway of India ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, it is a most spacious and advanced port of India. Hence it is called as Gateway of India. So which falls in Maharashtra. Then Jawaharlal Nehru port, so it is also called as Navaseva port. It is also called as Navaseva port. So why the Jawaharlal Nehru port has built means to reduce the pressure of Mumbai port. So what is the intention of Jawaharlal Nehru port means to reduce the pressure of ಮುಂಬೈ ಪೋರ್ಟ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮುಂಬೈ ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮೇಲಿರುವಂತಹ ಒತ್ತಡವನ್ನ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಜವಾಹರ್ ನೆಹರು ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ನ ಬಿಲ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ನವಸೇವಾ ಪೋರ್ಟ್. ಇಟ್ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಮುಂಬೈ. ಇದು ಸಹ ಮುಂಬೈಯಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ? ಎಸ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮರ್ಮ ಗೋವಾ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸಿಚುಯೇಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಗೋವಾ. ಮರ್ಮ ಗೋವಾ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸಿಚುಯೇಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಗೋವಾ. ಅಂಡ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಮಂಗಳೂರು ಪೋರ್ಟ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ Gateway of Karnataka. So confuse ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಾರ್ದು. Gateway of India, that is Mumbai port, and Gateway of Karnataka, that is New Mangaluru port. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ನವ ಮಂಗಳೂರು ಬಂದರು ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So confuse ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ. Gateway of India, Mumbai port. Gateway of Karnataka, that is Mangaluru port. And next, so Kochi, it is situated in Kerala. It is situated in Kerala. So it is called as Queen of Arabian Sea. Queen of Arabian Sea. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂರು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ನ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಡಿವೈಡ್ ದ ಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ಈಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕೋಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ನೀವು ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. And so which port is called as gateway of India ಅಂತ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ so that is Mumbai, and which port is called as gateway of Karnataka ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ that is New Mangaluru port, and which port is called as Queen of Arabian Sea, ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ಬಂದರನ್ನ Queen of Arabian Sea ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ so that is Kochi. ಮೂರು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, so which port is called as gateway of India, gateway of Karnataka and Queen of Arabian Sea? Mumbai port, New Mangaluru and another one Kochi port. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದ್ಯಾ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ yes sir. So next ports of east coast, ports of east coast. Ports of east coast. So ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ 7 ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ Tuticorin. Tuticorin, it is situated in Tamil Nadu. It is situated in Tamil Nadu. It is situated in Tamil Nadu. Next, second one, Chennai port. It is the oldest port of India. It is situated in where? Chennai, and it is the oldest port. ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಹಳೆಯದಾದಂತ ಒಂದು ಬಂದರು. It is the oldest port of India. It is situated in Chennai. ನಿಮಗೆ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು, which is the oldest port of India? That is Chennai port. Then ಮೂರನೇದಾಗಿ Ennore port. So why the Ennore port was built? Meant to reduce the pressure of which port? Chennai port. So why the Ennore port was built means to reduce the pressure on the Chennai port. So the Ennore port was built. It is also situated in Chennai. And next, fourth one, that is Visakhapatnam. So it is one of the landlocked port. ಭೂಮಿಯಿಂದ ಸುತ್ತುವರೆದಿರುವಂತ ಒಂದು ಬಂದರು, ಲೈಕ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಲಾಕ್ಡ್ ಫೋರ್ಟ್. ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಸುತ್ತಲೂ ಸಹ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಮಗೆ ಬಂದರು ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ವಿಶಾಖಪಟ್ಟಣಂ, ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಪೋರ್ಟ್, we can call it as a landlocked fort, means that is Visakhapatnam port. It is situated in AP, means Andhra Pradesh. So it is situated in Andhra Pradesh. So then fifth one, Paradip. It is situated in Odisha. Then sixth one, Haldia. It is situated in West Bengal.
ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟೈಮಿಂಗ್ಸ್
9:55 ಗೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು, ಇನ್ನು 5 ನಿಮಿಷ ಇದೆ ಸರ್. 10:30
ಅಲ್ಲ, 10 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
10 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಮುಗಿಯುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು. Yes sir, Paradip, that is situated in Odisha, and Haldia, that is situated in West Bengal. And so these are the six, otherly six. So then another one, Kolkata port. Kolkata port. So ಏಳನೇದಾಗಿ Kolkata port. That is, it is the second biggest port of India. Second biggest port of India. So ಮೊದಲನೇದು ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು. Most spacious and most advanced port of India. ಯಾವುದು ಗೇಟ್ವೇ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಮುಂಬೈ ಪೋರ್ಟ್. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿಗ್ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಅಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕೋಲ್ಕತ್ತಾ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಬಿಗ್ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ. ಸೊ ಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕೋಸ್ಟ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆ, 6 ಇದೆ. ದೆನ್ ಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಈಸ್ಟ್ ಕೋಸ್ಟ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆ, ಅದು 7 ಇದೆ. ಇನ್ನೆಷ್ಟಿರ್ಬೇಕು ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋ ಹಾಗೆ 14 ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಅನದರ್ ಒನ್ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಿಚುಯೇಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಅಂಡಮಾನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ನಿಕೋಬಾರ್. ಅದು ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋಣ. Yes, that is Port Blair. Port Blair. It is situated in Andaman Nicobar Island. Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So there are how many ports? There are 14 major ports in India. Yes. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ divide ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Ports of West Coast. And ports of East Coast. Yes. So West Coast ಯಾವುದು, East Coast ಯಾವುದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಕಾಂಡ್ಲಾ. Then Mumbai. Then Jawaharlal Nehru Port. Then Mormugao. Then New Mangaluru. Then Kochi. 6 ಇದೆಯಲ್ವಾ. So Kandla, so Mumbai, Jawaharlal Nehru Port, Mormugao, New Mangaluru and Kochi. And next that is ports of East Coast, Tuticorin. And then Chennai, Ennore, Visakhapatnam, then Paradeep, Haldia, and Kolkata. So another one there. So that is in Andaman and Nicobar. That is Port Blair. So ನಿಮಗೆ ಈ 14 ports ಅನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು divide the ports into East Coast and West Coast ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, so you have to divide like this. These ports of West Coast, Kandla, Mumbai, Jawaharlal Nehru Port, Mormugao, New Mangaluru and Kochi, and ports of East Coast, that is Tuticorin, Chennai, Ennore, Visakhapatnam, Paradeep, Haldia and Kolkata, and another one port that comes in Andaman and Nicobar, that is Port Blair. So here Mumbai port is called as Gateway of India. So why the Mumbai port is called as Gateway of India means it is the most spacious and advanced, and it is the India's biggest port. Hence it is called as Gateway of India. And Gateway of Karnataka, that is New Mangaluru port. And here Chennai, it is the second biggest port of India. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ and another one so that comes in Andaman and Nicobar. Yes. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಇಷ್ಟು ಸೊ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೋಡ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೊ ಗೋಲ್ಡನ್ ಕ್ವಾಡ್ರಿಲ್ಯಾಟರಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸೂಪರ್ ಹೈವೇಸ್, ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಹೈವೇಸ್, ದೆನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಹೈವೇಸ್, ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ರೋಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವಿಲೇಜ್ ರೋಡ್ಸ್, ಮತ್ತೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಹೇಳಿದೀನಿ ಬಾರ್ಡರ್ ರೋಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಅಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಅನದರ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ railway transport. It is built by the Britishers to travel from one place to another place and to carry the heavy goods and large number of passengers from one place to other place. Is it right? So ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ರೀತಿಯಾದಂತಹ passengers ಅನ್ನ ಮತ್ತೆ